Okay, hello everybody. This video is going to be for my handy people, people that are good with their hands and know how to figure things out. It's just an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate a power outage. Now I've just killed the power to my house, and you can see the meter loop here. It still has power, but I've killed the power to my house. But this is a way that you know whether you have power by the utility company. Is there won't be anything right there. But if you have a power outage, the first thing you want to do is come out here and turn the main disconnect off. If you have a disconnect outside, come outside and turn that off. Then you want to go inside the house. And what I've done is I've ran a cord from my generator 220, and I'm going to plug it into my dryer outlet so that I can backfeed power into my breaker panel. Now what you want to do is you want to come to your main breaker panel and you want to cut. It should have a main disconnect. You want to turn that off, and then you want to turn everything in the house off. You want to turn all the switches off. Don't miss anything. Turn everything off. And it's important that you follow these steps in this order, because if at any point power is fed from the company and you're feeding power, back feeding power into your breaker box, it's not going to be a good day for you. So just remember that you need to think carefully about your steps. So now that I have everything turned off, I want to make sure everything is in the off position. Doesn't hurt to take a second look. Now I take this is my plug coming from my generator, and I'm gonna plug that into my dryer outlet. And if you're wondering why I'm plugging it in there, it's because the dryer vent, if it's electric, will supply 220, and my generator also supplies 220, so I can backfeed that. Plus the wires that are hooked up to my dryer are 10 gauge wires, so they're good for 30 amps on each leg. So the next step is you want to turn your generator on. Now I don't recommend that you have this generator this close to the house, because that's the potential hazard as well. But I'm just doing this. Doing this for demonstration purposes, because eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put an outlet on the outside of the wall right here, or I'll tie into my dryer right here, and that way I won't have to run this cord. But the purpose of this is so I don't have to have a bunch of extension cords running through my house if I lose power. So now that I'm supplying power, I'm going to turn my dryer on. So now there's power, there's 240 volts being fed into my breaker panel. So I turn my washroom on, and you can see that I have lights. And that's my tankless water heater. So we'll try to turn that on. It's a hot water heater. So now it has power. Now I just have a 75 kW generator, so I can't run everything, but I can run my essentials. I can run my refrigerator, things like that, so my food doesn't go bad. And I could probably run my furnace so that if it's real cold, like it's going to be here in the next couple days, I'll have heat. And so that's just a tip. Now I'm not an electrician. So this is not professional advice. I know what I'm doing. I know I've had a lot of people ask me to do things to their house. I don't do electric on anybody's property, because I don't want to be like, even though I know what I'm doing, somebody ahead of me might have done something wrong, and I don't want the potential of screwing something up. Now, let's say the power comes back on. Well, I have my main disconnect shut off. And the way you can tell, periodically you'll go outside and look at your meter loop, and see if it has closed or any type of numbers on the meter loop, then you know you have power. So it's important that before you turn the power on, you want to make sure you turn the power off from your generator. You want to stop feeding power to your panel. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to unplug that while your generator is running. So what I recommend is you cut the dryer off. So now what you've done is you've killed power to your breaker panel. And remember, you don't want to unplug anything until you shut your generator off. You want to, the main goal now is to stop power from being fed to your panel before you do anything. And just to be on the safe side for me, because I don't want to mess up my generator, I come in here and that's the first thing I do. I come in here and unplug that. And the reason why you don't want to unplug it while your generator is running, because you got 240 volts pushing through that plug. You don't want to get hit with that. All right. Then once you've done that, then you can turn the power on from the electric company. And again, periodically you'll come out here and check. Shows it's closed. We have power. I know my generator's off, so it's safe to turn the power back on. So now I can turn my main disconnect back on, and I can effectively turn everything on. Including my dryer. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day.